Welcome back to Rarest Coins, your ultimate source for all things coin collecting. Today, we're diving into the world of the 1979 Lincoln penny. You might think it's just another penny, but this particular year hides some valuable secrets. Stick with us as we explore why a 1979 Lincoln penny could be worth a lot of money and how you can spot a rare find. The 1979 Lincoln penny might seem like a standard coin, but it has some rare varieties and errors that can make it highly collectible. Let's start by understanding the context and history of this coin. In 1979, the Lincoln penny continued its design with the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side. It was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, what sets 1979 apart are the unique varieties and errors that can make certain pennies from this year quite valuable. While most 1979 pennies are of standard value, a few specific varieties and errors have made this year noteworthy. Let's explore the key factors that could turn a 1979 Lincoln penny into a prized collectible. One of the most significant varieties from 1979 is the 1979 Lincoln penny with the A double die obverse error. This error is characterized by noticeable doubling on the date and inscriptions on the obverse side. Particularly on Rarest coins, the doubling effect on these coins is quite distinct, and it's visible to the naked eye. In high-grade examples, the doubling can be very pronounced, making these coins highly sought after by collectors. Here's an example of the 1979 double die obverse penny. As you can see, the doubling on the lettering and the date is quite evident. If you have one of these in your collection, it could be worth several hundred to a few $1,000s, depending on its condition and the severity of the doubling. To identify a double die obverse penny, use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to closely examine the coin. Focus on the details around the date and inscriptions. Look for a secondary outline or shadow around the letters and numbers. The more pronounced the doubling, the more valuable the coin. Additionally, some 1979 pennies were struck with a special A-proof finish at the San Francisco Mint. These proof coins are distinct for their mirror-like finish and sharp details. The 1979 proof pennies are generally less valuable than the error varieties but can still be worth more than face value, especially if they are in pristine condition. Other notable mentions include the 1979 Lincoln penny. Although less commonly discussed, any penny with unique minting issues or errors can sometimes be of interest to collectors, so it's worth examining your coins closely. While the 1979 does not have as prominent a variety as the 1979 if you notice any unusual features or errors, it could still be worth getting it appraised. Rarest coins. If you find a 1979 penny that you think might be valuable, where should you sell or buy such coins? Reputable coin dealers, coin shows, and online auction sites like eBay are good places to start. Make sure to do your research and verify the authenticity and reputation of buyers and sellers. To sum it up, while the 1979 Lincoln penny may seem like an ordinary coin, its unique varieties and errors can make it quite valuable. Whether you have a double die obverse or a high-quality proof, it's worth checking out. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this exploration into the 1979 Lincoln penny and want to learn more about rare coins and collecting tips, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. Leave a comment if you've found a 1979 penny with a rare error or have any questions. Until next time, happy hunting and keep searching for those hidden treasures. Welcome back to Rarest Coins, your go-to spot for all things numismatic and rare coin related. Today, we're diving into a fascinating topic: the 1968 Lincoln penny. You might think it's just another coin in your change jar, but it could be worth a lot more than you'd expect. So, stick around as we explore what makes this penny so valuable and how you can find and evaluate one yourself. The 1968 Lincoln penny is one of those coins that can surprise collectors. It might look like a regular cent, but it has some unique characteristics that make it quite intriguing. First, let's talk about its background. The 1968 penny was minted in Denver and is part of the Lincoln Memorial series, which began in 1959. However, the 1968D is noteworthy for a couple of reasons. During this year, there was a significant change in the composition of U.S. coins. In 1968, the U.S. Mint transitioned from using 95% copper and 5% zinc to a composition of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. This change was partly due to rising copper prices. However, this new mix led to some unexpected results. Rarest coins. Now, here's the kicker: the 1968D penny is often overlooked, but it has some rare varieties that can make it quite valuable. Let's break down what collectors are looking for. First, there's the regular 1968D penny. Most of these are not worth much beyond their face value, but there are a few rare exceptions. For example, there are reports of a small number of 1968D pennies that were struck with incorrect dies, resulting in errors. Rarest coins. Among the known errors, the most valuable are the ones with noticeable doubling on the lettering or the date. These errors are rare, and their value can range from a few $100s to several thousand, depending on the severity and the condition of the coin. If you're lucky enough to find a 1968D penny with these kinds of errors, it's worth having it appraised by a professional. And remember, condition is everything. Coins in mint state or with minimum wear fetch higher prices. Here's how you can check your 1968D penny for errors. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to examine the coin closely. Look for signs of doubling on the letters and the date. Pay attention to any irregularities in the design. Also, inspect the edges and the surface of the coin for any unusual marks or impressions that could indicate a minting error. Remember, the more detailed and clean your inspection, the better you can identify valuable coins. If you find that your penny is indeed a valuable error coin, where do you sell it? There are several options. You can approach reputable coin dealers, auction houses, or online marketplaces like eBay. Just be sure to do your research and verify the credibility of buyers and sellers. To sum it up, while the 1968D Lincoln penny might seem like an ordinary coin, it holds potential for serious value, especially if it has any rare errors or varieties. Always check your change and keep an eye out for those hidden treasures. Rarest coins. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and numismatic treasures, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. Leave a comment below if you have any questions or if you've found a 1968D penny with the rare error. Until next time, happy hunting. Check out these other videos for more tips on rare coin hunting and collecting. See you in the next episode. This script is designed to engage viewers with a blend of informative content, practical tips, and a touch of excitement about discovering valuable coins. Welcome back to Rarest Coins, where we uncover the hidden gems in the world of numismatics. Today, we're going to explore a seemingly ordinary coin that could be worth a lot of money: the 1972 Lincoln penny. Stick around as we dive into why this penny is so special and how you might just have a valuable piece of history in your pocket. Rarest coins. The 1972 Lincoln penny, minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, might look like just another cent, but it has some fascinating aspects that can make it highly collectible and valuable. Let's start by understanding its background. By 1972, the Lincoln penny had been around for over a decade, featuring the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side. But in this year, there were some significant changes and occurrences in the minting process that would later make certain 1972 pennies stand out. While the standard 1972 penny is composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, the real intrigue begins with the specific minting errors and varieties from that year. Let's dive into the details that can turn a regular 1972 penny into a sought-after collectible. One of the most notable varieties of the 1972 Lincoln penny is the 1972 Lincoln penny with a double die error. This error occurs when a coin is struck with a die that has been misaligned, causing the design to appear doubled. The 1972 doubled die is particularly famous for its dramatic doubling, especially on the date and the inscriptions. The doubling on these coins is so pronounced that you can clearly see it with the naked eye. Look for double letters in A Liberty and A In God We Trust, as well as the date A 1972. The doubling effect can vary, from subtle to extreme, making the more pronounced examples more valuable. Here's an example of a 1972 Lincoln penny with noticeable doubling. If you have one of these in your collection, you might have a coin worth several hundred to thousands of dollars, depending on the quality and the severity of the doubling. Now, how do you identify a double-die penny? Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to closely examine the coin. Focus on the details around the date and inscriptions. The doubling should be visible as a secondary outline of the letters and numbers. The more pronounced the doubling, the more valuable the coin is. Rarest coins. Additionally, there are several grades of this error, from lower grades with noticeable wear to higher grades with full, sharp details. Coins in mint state condition, or with little to no wear, can command the highest prices. Besides the double-die error, there are a few other 1972 pennies worth noting. Some collectors seek out well-preserved examples of the 1972 proof penny, which was struck in San Francisco and often has a higher level of detail and finish compared to regular circulation coins. Proof coins are struck with specially polished dies, which give them a mirror-like finish. If you come across a 1972 proof penny, especially in pristine condition, it could be worth more to collectors. Rarest coins. If you find a 1972 Lincoln penny that you think might be valuable, where should you sell or buy such coins? You can consider visiting reputable coin dealers, attending coin shows, or exploring online auction sites like eBay. Just be sure to verify the credibility of buyers and sellers before making any transactions. To wrap it up, while the 1972 Lincoln penny might seem ordinary at first glance, it holds potential for significant value due to its rare varieties and errors. Whether you've got a double-die error or a pristine proof, it's worth taking a closer look at your collection. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1972 Lincoln penny and want to learn more about rare coins and numismatic finds, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. Welcome back to Rarest Coins, where we delve into the fascinating world of rare coins and collectibles. Today, we're going to shine a spotlight on a seemingly ordinary coin that could be hiding a significant value at the 1973 Lincoln penny. You might be surprised by what we uncover, so stay tuned as we explore why this penny could be worth a lot more than you think. The 1973 Lincoln penny is often overlooked by casual collectors, but there are specific details that can make it highly valuable. Let's start with a bit of background on this coin and what makes it special. Minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, the 1973 Lincoln penny features the familiar Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse. However, what sets this coin apart from others are a few unique characteristics and potential errors that can make it particularly collectible. In 1973, the Lincoln penny continued its standard composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc. Most pennies from this year are worth just their face value, but a closer look reveals some notable exceptions. One of the key areas to investigate is the presence of any minting errors or varieties. Let's focus on the two main categories that collectors look for: errors and varieties. First up are the error coins. While there aren't as many widely known errors from 1973 compared to other years, some pennies have been found with notable mistakes. The most valuable errors include rarest coins. These occur when the coin is not properly aligned during the striking process, resulting in a design that's off-center. Off-center strikes can range from minor misalignments to major deviations. Similar to other years, the 1973 penny can have doubling errors, where the design appears doubled due to a misaligned die. Look for noticeable doubling on the date and inscriptions, such as A Liberty and A In God We Trust. Here's an example of an off-center strike. As you can see, the design is shifted, which makes this coin stand out. If you come across one like this, it could be worth more than face value, especially if it's a significant off-center error. To identify these errors, use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Examine the coin closely for any misalignment in the design. For doubled dies, look for a secondary outline or shadowing around the letters and date. Check the edges and surface for any unusual marks or impressions. Errors that are clearly visible and well-defined are generally more valuable. In addition to errors, another type of valuable coin from 1973 is the proof penny. The 1973 as proof penny, struck at the San Francisco Mint, has a special mirror-like finish and sharp details. While not as valuable as some error varieties, high-quality proof pennies can still command a premium over their face value. $2 million rarest coins. Proof pennies are characterized by their shiny, mirrored surfaces and are generally struck with a higher level of detail. If you have a 1973 as proof penny in excellent condition, it could be worth more to collectors. Welcome back to Rarest Coins, where we dive deep into the world of numismatics. Today, we're focusing on a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance but could actually be worth a small fortune: the 1963 Lincoln penny. Stick with us as we explore what makes this penny so valuable and how you might have a rare treasure in your own collection. The 1963 Lincoln penny, part of the Lincoln Memorial series, is often overlooked, but with the right characteristics, it can be quite valuable. Let's start by understanding its background and what makes it special. In 1963, the Lincoln penny was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, and featured the familiar Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side. This coin continued the standard composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc. While most 1963 pennies are common, a few unique aspects make certain ones particularly collectible. Most 1963 Lincoln pennies are worth just their face value, but there are specific features and errors that can make some of them significantly more valuable. Let's dive into the most sought-after varieties. First, let's talk about error coins. Although 1963 doesn't have as many widely known errors as other years, there are still some noteworthy types to look for. These occur when a coin is struck with a die that has been misaligned, causing doubling of the design. For the 1963 penny, look for doubling on the date and inscriptions, such as A Liberty and Rarest coins. The doubling effect can be quite dramatic. Check for any noticeable doubling on the letters and numbers. Well-defined double die errors can command higher prices, sometimes reaching several $100s. Here's an example of a 1963 penny with noticeable doubling. The more pronounced the doubling, the more valuable the coin can be. If you find one like this, it's worth having it appraised. Rarest coins. Another type of error to look for is the off-center strike. This occurs when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, resulting in a design that's shifted off-center. These coins are relatively rare and can be quite valuable, especially if the shift is substantial. Off-center strikes can range from minor to dramatic. The more significant the shift, the more valuable the coin. If you come across a 1963 penny with a noticeable off-center strike, it could be worth more than you'd expect. In addition to errors, another collectible variety from 1963 is the 1963 as proof penny, minted in San Francisco. These coins were struck with a higher level of detail and a mirror-like finish. Proof coins are typically more valuable than regular circulation coins, particularly if they are in excellent condition. Proof pennies are known for their high-quality finish and sharp details. If you have a 1963 as proof penny in top condition, it could be worth more than face value to collectors. To identify valuable 1963 pennies, closely examine your coins for any errors or unique features. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to inspect the date and inscriptions for doubling, and check the alignment for any off-center strikes. For proof pennies, look for the mirror-like finish and sharp details. Rarest coins. Here is a tip: always handle your coins carefully to avoid damage. Store them in a safe place and consider getting them graded by a professional if you think they might be valuable. If you have a 1963 Lincoln penny with errors or a high-quality proof, you might be wondering where to sell or find similar coins. Reputable coin dealers, coin shows, and online marketplaces like eBay are great places to explore. Just make sure to do your research and deal with trustworthy sources. To summarize, while the 1963 Lincoln penny might seem like a tie. Welcome back to Rarest Coins, where we uncover the secrets behind valuable coins and collectibles. Today, we're diving into a coin that might just be hiding a significant value at the 1970 Lincoln penny. Stick around as we explore what makes this penny special and how you might discover a hidden gem in your collection. Rarest coins. The 1970 Lincoln penny might look like a common coin, but it has some unique features that can make it quite valuable. Let's start by understanding its background and what sets it apart from other pennies. Minted in Denver, the 1970 Lincoln penny features the classic Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse. It's part of the ongoing Lincoln series that began in 1909. While most 1970 pennies are relatively common, a few specific factors can make some of them particularly valuable. In 1970, the Lincoln penny continued with its standard composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc. However, this year's minting process led to some noteworthy varieties and errors that collectors seek. Let's dive into the key varieties and errors that can make a 1970 Lincoln penny worth more than its face value. Here are the main ones to look out for. This is one of the most notable errors for this year. A double die error occurs when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned, causing the design to appear doubled. For the 1970, look for doubling on the date, the word A Liberty, and the motto A In God We Trust. The doubling on these pennies can be quite pronounced. Examine the letters and numbers closely. You should see a clear secondary outline or shadowing if it's a double die. The more dramatic the doubling, the more valuable the coin. Here's an example of a 1970 penny with noticeable doubling. If you have one of these in your collection, especially in higher grades, it could be worth several $100s or more. To identify a double die error, use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Focus on the details around the date and inscriptions. The doubling should be visible as a secondary outline. The more pronounced the doubling, the higher the value. Rarest coins. Carefully inspect the coin and handle it with care to avoid any damage that could affect its value. $2 million rarest coins. Another important distinction for 1970 pennies is the A small date versus A large date varieties. Although more prominent in the 1970s minting, it's worth checking if you have a small date variety on your 1970 penny. The small date variety is generally rarer and can be worth more. To differentiate between the small and large date varieties, compare the size of the digits in the date. Small date varieties will have narrower digits compared to the large date. Rarest coins. If you have a 1970 penny with notable errors or varieties, you might be wondering where to sell it or find similar coins. Reputable coin dealers, coin shows, and online auction sites like eBay are good places to start. Make sure to verify the authenticity and reputation of buyers and sellers before making any transactions. To sum it up, while the 1970 Lincoln penny might seem ordinary, its unique varieties and errors can make it quite valuable. Check your collection for any double die errors or distinctive date varieties. You might be holding a hidden treasure. Thanks for joining us today. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1970 Lincoln penny and want to learn more about rare coins and valuable collectibles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. Leave a comment if you've discovered a rare 1970 penny or have any questions. Until next time, happy hunting and keep searching for those valuable coins. Welcome back to Rarest Coins, where we explore the fascinating world of numismatics. Today, we're focusing on a coin that might seem common but could actually hold significant value at the 1970 Lincoln penny. Join us as we uncover what makes this penny special and why it could be worth a lot of money. The 1970 Lincoln penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial series, and while most of these coins are relatively common, there are a few key factors that can make a 1970 penny highly collectible. Let's dive into what makes this particular penny so interesting. Minted in Denver, the 1979 Lincoln penny features the classic Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse side. This coin was produced as part of the ongoing series that began in 1909. While the vast majority of 1979 pennies are not particularly valuable, there are specific varieties and errors that can significantly increase their worth. In 1979, the Lincoln penny continued its standard composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc, but it's the rare varieties and errors that can make certain 1979 pennies worth more than their face value. $2 million rarest coins. Let's explore the key varieties and errors that can make a 1979 Lincoln penny valuable. Here are the main ones to look out for. Rarest coins. 1979 Lincoln penny with this is one of the most notable errors for this year. A double die error happens when a coin is struck with the die that has been misaligned, resulting in the design appearing doubled. For the 1979 look for doubling on the date. The word doubling effect on these coins can be quite dramatic. Examine the letters and numbers closely. You should see a clear secondary outline or shadowing if it's a double die. Coins with pronounced doubling can be worth several $100s or more. Here's an example of a 1979 penny with noticeable doubling. The more defined the doubling, the higher the potential value. If you have one of these, it's worth getting it appraised by a professional. To identify a double die error, use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Focus on the details around the date and inscriptions. Look for any additional outlines or shadowing that indicates doubling. Be sure to handle your coins carefully to avoid any damage that could impact their value. $2 million rarest coins. Another important variety to note is the variety on the reverse. Although this is more prominent in 1992, the concept is the same. The spacing between A and AM in America on the reverse of the coin can vary. Look for any anomalies in the spacing that could indicate rare variety. For the 1979 the close AM is rarer and can be more valuable. Compare the spacing between the letters in America to identify the variety. If you find a 1979 penny with a valuable error or unique variety, you might wonder where to sell it or find similar coins. Reputable coin dealers, coin shows, and online auction sites like eBay are excellent places to start. Always make sure to verify the authenticity and reputation of buyers and sellers. Rarest coins. To sum it up, while the 1979 Lincoln penny might seem ordinary, its rare varieties and errors can make it quite valuable. Take a closer look at your pennies and you might discover a hidden treasure. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this exploration of the 1979 Lincoln penny and want to learn more about rare coins and collectibles, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. Leave a comment if you've found a rare 1979 penny or have any questions. Until next time, happy collecting and keep searching for those valuable coins. Check out these other videos.